Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? It's Monday again. Here we are for our weekly check-in to see what can we focus on letting go of this week as we become more aligned with our own core essence, our own true self. So if you're here with me live, say hi. I do hope you had a lovely weekend. If you've watched these with me before, we're using my letting go guidance system and we're actually going through the cards in sequence. And before I tell you what the card is that we're going to work with this week, I like to just feel into the energy. How are you feeling? What's going on for you? Do you pause and come into this present moment and just check in? How are you feeling? What's going on? I also like to check into what's happening with the moon, because by following the cycles of the moon or the phases of the moon cycle, we actually get to find our best rhythm and to find what works for us. And so on Wednesday we have a new moon. So new moons are that's the dark space. That's the time for really looking inward, which I think is really beautifully tied with the subject that we're going to be working on letting go of. We're actually going to be working with attachment. So tell me, when I say let go of an attachment, what does that bring up for you? Do you find yourself being attached to things needing to be a specific way in order for you to feel calm and balanced and good? Do you feel attached to some kind of way of doing something, or attached to a certain sequence? Just feel into that. And like I say, this is deeply personal. So now I've said all that, just take a nice deep breath and come into this moment with me. And take a nice deep breath. I like putting my hands over my heart because it anchors and it helps us access the heart energy, which I believe is the best navigator, the best place to come into, specifically when we're looking at new moon is a great time to look at starting the whole cycle again. That's when like I said, it's the darkest phase of the moon, and it's the time to just contemplate, to see what would you like to work on? What is the flavor of this next month cycle? And I also like to look at what sign is that new moon in, and this time it's in the sign of Capricorn. So this is about making intentions and letting go of attachments, perhaps, of how things need to be or have to be in order for you to feel like you are following your path, or you are being of service, or you are sharing your unique gifts. So just sit with that and see, are there ideas or insights or inspirations that pop for you when you reflect like that? So take another nice deep breath. I'm going to read it out to you from the guidebook here, just to help us go a wee bit more into this idea of letting go of attachment. And so I start this with a quote from Dalai Lama, the Dalai Lama. He says, most of our troubles are due to our passionate desire for and attachment to things that we misapprehend as enduring entities. So that's why I'm saying that this timing of having us look at this is brilliant, because we can come into our own self and see, are all the things that we want to have for our happiness, for our sense of well-being, for our sense of connecting with our calling and our purpose, are they there? Or do we need to let go of some kind of attachment? So something we all have in common is that we want to feel happy. And on the flip side of that coin, we want to avoid hurting. Yet we consistently put ourselves in situations that set us up for pain. At times we attach our feelings of happiness to people, events, or situations, and then feel like we have to hold on to them for dear life in order to maintain that sense of happiness. it is time for you to try the concept of a light hold. This is not just about releasing attachments. It is, in fact, also about maintaining healthy relationships. Truth be told, you are not someone else's other half. You are both separate and whole. You can still hold someone close to your heart. Just remember, if you squeeze too tightly, you'll both be smothered. Hope that makes sense. So like I say, this feels like a really gentle, nurturing space for us to be, to just look at are all the attachments that you have, whether it's people, places, or things, do they serve the rhythm of your heart? Do they fill your cup up? Do they feel right? And that's also about acknowledging, where are you at? What's the right thing for you to focus on? Hope that makes sense. So how I like to do these is I kind of go into the card that we're of and the topic of what we're letting go of, and then I'm going to pull a tarot card, and then I'll pull us 3 angel cards, because they actually really help this whole process too. So, and let me know if you have any questions or you need any support on this idea of letting go. Message me or put it in the comments below. So the card that's come up for us is the King of Swords. Now this is a really powerful one, because it really supports that idea of the intention setting piece that I mentioned for Wednesday. What I encourage you to do is to set aside a wee bit of time on Wednesday just to come in to your own energy and sit and see what kind of intentions. I would encourage you to set a couple of intentions based on what does your heart say, and follow the emotional guidance from your heart. Kings are all about taking action, but the action that we are guided to do at this moment is to look at what attachments are no longer a part of contributing to that overall recipe of aligning with our true self, sharing our unique gifts, shining our light, accessing our inner light, which is beautifully timed for, like I said, coming into this new moon energy that's coming out. So let's see what 3 angel cards are going to guide us through this week. And if you haven't already, I do a little check-in with you on Friday in my Facebook group. So if you're not a member in there, I encourage you to do so, and then we can check in with this. So this is beautiful. These cards are always beautiful. So look at this. The first card is the soulmate. And that's actually interesting, right? So it's that you are the soulmate that you've been looking for. Even if you're in relationship and you feel like you are connected at a soul level with your partner, that's great, but you are the soulmate that you need, because you are whole as you are. So that's a really powerful little reminder of making sure that you're not attaching to something or someone in order to make you feel like you're whole. So that was a beautiful reminder of that. And then follow your dreams. So dreams is such a beautiful way for you to tap into what's your intentions. What would you like to create, to be, to experience, to work on during this new phase of the moon, right? So because when we set the intentions, we get to then celebrate that we are creator beings. And that's what this is all about. As creator beings, we're constantly doing a little check-in, observing, being the observed and the observer with every choice, every decision, every experience, every opportunity. So check in with you. Are you in alignment with the whispering of your higher self? And if you're not, that's okay. Take a deep breath and then make another choice. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, if you need any support or help or deeper insights into the idea of checking in and letting go of attachment, please let me know. I'm here for you. Much love. Thank you for watching. I wish you a beautiful week ahead.